Hey everyone, welcome to episode 43 or 44 of the Star Wars Popcast. My name is Christopher.
And I'm Lex.
And Patrick will be joining us very shortly. Had to do some errands this morning, some important errands, hoping he's Star Wars related, hopefully. I don't know, we'll see. But we got a good episode today. So we figured we would talk about Star Wars Funko Pop do's and don'ts and lessons we've learned in our years of collecting. I've been collecting since, I don't know, 2015, 2014, something like that. Yeah. Lex, how long have you been collecting?
I think since end of 2019, beginning of 2020, kind of when COVID hit. That's kind of when I
So you got a couple years under your belt then.
Yeah, I got a few, but there's definitely some things that I wish I was told when I first started collecting that probably would have helped me. So I think that's some of the stuff that we're going to try to convey in this episode today for any new collectors or anyone out there that's trying to get into collecting.
Yeah, and if anyone has any tips themselves, let us know in the chat as well.
Definitely.
Speaking of the chat, Robbie says, Jedi Robbie says, "Hey there, friends! Congrats on 500 500 followers, I should say."
Thank you.
500 subscribers would be awesome too. You're getting there though. You're like halfway there.
I'm getting there. We're slowly growing.
I think you're halfway there, aren't you?
Almost. I'm at 218 right now.
Okay.
So almost halfway.
I should get a soundbite of Bon Jovi's Halfway There to play every time someone gets halfway to their next subscriber goal. We'll play that.
Yep, that's the goal. We'll get there.
Good morning, gang, says Mikey. Hey, Mikey.
Good morning.
Eugene says good morning, Funko collectors and my fellow Canadian.
Good morning.
Patrick replied. Yeah, and Mikey says Roger. Yeah. So ahead of our conversation, we do have look at that, a celebrity in the house. Hello there, Tony.
Sith in the house.
Sith in the house. Yeah. So I don't think I've ever asked Tony this. Is he Patrick always late, huh? I mean,
he's usually on time. I feel like
he's usually on time.
Yeah.
Yeah. We all have our lives. Speaking of Patrick, here we go. Here's Patrick.
Hey, hello Patrick.
There. Good morning.
Sorry about you guys.
Hey there.
It's okay. Hey, we all have lives, right?
Yes. Wow, that was crazy.
Yeah. No, we were talking about celebrities because we got Sith in the house here, dealing in absolutes.
Yes, absolutes for sure. Said you're always late, Patrick.
Yeah, he said you're always late, not just sometimes. He's using absolutes there and says you're always late.
Always late. I'm always early. Yeah. You kidding me? I'm usually always early. I was early to that meeting, and then I think they were surprised because they got into it when everyone started walking in. I had everything already printed out, dispersed in front of every chair. I was like, I have a hard stop, just like I do at work. So got right in there. I was like, let's get to business.
Yeah, speaking of celebrities, we do have a huge guest in a couple weeks, December 16th. So mark that date on your calendars. Be sure to show up. He's probably I think he's the biggest guest we've had on the podcast.
I would say so.
I would say so. He's a celebrity because we're speaking of celebrities because Sith is here in the chat. He's a celebrity. He's been in movies, TV shows. He's got probably the biggest following that I know.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah.
He's got more followers than most people.
Yeah. So I'm really excited to have him on. I don't want to tell you anyone who he is, but you guys will recognize him when we bring him on. And if anyone is interested in actually hopping on the stream as well and talking to him live, let us know. We'll we can send you the link and you can hop on and ask him a question or two as well. But yeah, no, he's the biggest celebrity we've had on the first celebrity, biggest guest that we've had on the podcast.
Yes, first celebrity, biggest guest.
Yeah, but he's definitely a celebrity. Yeah. Sam Witwer,
I mean, good guesses.
Very good guess. I'm not going to say anything.
George
Let's
Lucas?
just
Yep.
Yeah, George Lucas.
No, if it was like George Lucas,
No comment.
Kid.
I'm not going to say because
no comment. You just have to mark down the 16th.
Yes.
Yeah,
true that.
It's gonna be a great
Jar
episode.
Jar, right? Ahmed Best. I mean, Ahmed Best was in Rhode Island not too long ago, so it could be Tony. It could be. So don't.
Did I make amends with Jar Jar? We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
Stay tuned.
Yeah. So definitely be here on the 16th because all will be revealed then. But today's episode, I guess we do have a little bit of pop news. We got a little last minute leak from Disc Trackers.
Yep. We did get a few little items.
Yeah. Should we jump into our pop report?
Sure.
Yeah, let's do it.
No need to report that to him until we have something to report.
Yeah, so this morning Chris actually caught this one, but they put this out on Disc Trackers. I think it's like a little R2.
Yeah.
Oh, it says Astromech droid, and it's got a Pocket Pop
like a
and T.
Pocket Pop, yeah.
It's not really like an actual Funko. It's like one of the little keychains.
Yeah. So it's the same color that we got in the Advent calendar last year, which I don't mind.
No.
I think it's pretty cool.
Now is it? So it's keychain size.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Pocket Pop and T. I don't know, because it looks like tinier than what the typical like Funko T-shirt box is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I feel like it's also hard to tell from the rendering.
Yeah, with the.
I like the shirt though.
Yeah, the shirt is definitely pretty cool.
Yeah, I do like that.
See, these snowman Funko Pops work well on the shirts. They work well on the little Advent calendars. They work well on everything except the full-size Funkos.
Yes. I could agree with that.
Yeah.
I think you can pick up all 5 of them or whatnot for like $15 at your.
You can. I
Five
won't.
Below.
You can. You aren't wrong, Patrick. You can.
But if you like to be like like me, Stone Cold, I still want to leave them as peg warmers at the Five Below, even just to show that was really bad.
They'll end up in the dump. Yeah.
Yes.
Actually, next episode, we're going to be talking about all the holiday pops, past, present, and future, discussing what they could be doing in the future. And I guess now we have one for this year. It's a Pocket Pop, but the shirt's cool. I like the shirt.
Yeah, so. I do like that shirt. It's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's a little bit of pop news for this morning.
And I think some of the Grand Admiral Thrawns are starting to hit Target.
Yeah,
I think
got that too.
It's actually tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
But someone has
posted something.
I know I did get a notification that the ones I ordered have shipped.
So. Yes.
Yeah. I saw they were on Aussie Collectibles as well for order.
I think mine's December 11th. That's supposed to come in. But
it's gonna be a nice little Christmas gift for you guys.
Yeah, I can't wait till they come in.
Right?
Yeah, I'm super excited.
See, when I get mine, I ordered 2, one for me, and I got the extra one I'm giving to Chris. So
nice.
I'll have it
just in case, because like I don't know,
painfully for it to get shipped to him.
Right? Unless they show up here at Toys R Us or something, because sometimes they'll show up at Toys R Us or GameStop. We'll get the exclusives, so we'll see.
I can't wait to get. I honestly think I'll probably have him on the set like within moments of opening them.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a same day. Do a live stream, Patrick.
So.
Do a live stream. Yeah, why not?
I've never done a live stream shoot. That could be fun.
Could be different. You got a couple phones to shoot with. Do 2 different angles, right? Do a shot of your set and a shot of your. Oh no, I guess you can't. Can you? Can you do it that way?
I could probably do that if I use a regular camera. If I use my camera cameras, like my Canon or something.
Yeah, why not? Figure something out. That'd be kind of cool. Do a live stream, live photo shoot.
Yeah, I just put some out there yesterday to have people choose the next one I was going to photograph because I really enjoyed that challenge that Andrew threw down. I said that was kind of cool. Like,
Yeah.
Someone else.
And then you went. Yeah, and then you went and made that image for me, which is awesome. I'm gonna show that off because it's that awesome.
Turkey on the shelf after being a grill for some reason.
Yeah, I know. I was reading that comment. Weird to see Tarkin on the shelf after being a grill.
They must have meant Thrawn.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe explain that, Eugene. I'm not too sure what you're talking about. Sith says his arrives December 6th. It says.
What?
Yeah. So then you took that image and you made this image for me.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So, which I am very happy and thank you
again. It was Patrick. A cool idea that it was. I think Andrew threw it out there.
Andrew, Blue Harvest 1971. Yeah.
I thought it was just kind of neat. I just thought that was kind of neat. It was cool interaction.
And you nailed it.
But I'm really excited to see what we got coming up. I mean, for Christmas and stuff. I was hoping that we'd have actual holiday pops for Star Wars this year, and I think we're getting nothing. Like no new advent calendar. Doesn't seem like any new pops.
No.
So little.
Yeah,
whatever.
We'll discuss that next week more in depth next week. Sorry, gaming and chatting. Yeah.
All good.
I thought you.
That's okay. Yeah. While the image is fire. Yeah.
Thank you.
Do you have that image that you took? Are you able to pull it up, Patrick?
What's that? The image I took?
The Dark Trooper one. Put them both on screen so we can compare them. You can see it a little bit better.
All right. Give me a second.
And the smoking green. Oh, and smoking green. Legalize it. LOL. Yeah, it's legal up here in Canada.
It's legal. It's legal in Rhode Island now.
Yeah, I know you were messaging me earlier this week saying you. Are we allowed to mention that stuff on here? I guess so. We're not using curse words or anything. You picked up a specific.
I went
what do you
to
call it? A brand, I guess, is what they call it. A brand, or
you can actually go into one. It was pretty interesting. I've never experienced that, so I thought it was interesting.
And what was the brand or the name of the type that you picked up?
Oh,
you were telling.
Yeah,
you were mentioning it.
I think they saw me coming. I don't know if someone said, "Hey, Pat's coming in for the first time." A Skywalker OG.
Oh yeah, that's a good strain.
I was like, it was beckoned me. I was like, Skywalker. Okay.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that before, so I thought it was kind of neat.
See, I'm not in with the cool kids. I don't do that stuff. So.
I used to before nursing school.
What's funny, as you get older, like my wife was taking it for her sciatic nerves and stuff like that. So,
is that something they don't allow? Like when you go into nursing school, like something like that, they're just like, you're not supposed to do this.
Yep,
kind
they
of stuff.
drug test you.
I would think, because you're handling patient care. Like you can't be on the influence of anything. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Yep.
Oh, he said, "I'm a Sith Lord. You're a drug lord, Patrick." I don't know if I'd call him a drug lord.
I wouldn't be that. That's for sure.
That's like one strain.
Yeah, like one little eighth is not gonna.
Did you smoke it yet, Patrick? Out of curiosity.
I did partake in a little of that. It was fine.
Did you feel strong in the Force?
I wouldn't say I felt stronger in the Force. I felt as motivated as Yoda hanging out in Dagobah. You know what I mean?
Like, you were smacking your wife with your little cane.
Yeah, it was
talking like
cool.
Yoda.
It was just the experience is kind of neat. To be able to go into it. I've never been to a dispensary Force, so that was kind of interesting.
Yeah,
I didn't know what to expect.
If it was Tony, he'd probably get. If it was Tony, he'd probably get two. He'd get one to open up and partake and smoke, and the other one will stay sealed in his collection.
So I did pull those images up for you.
They don't last that long.
Well, I mean,
but going to them is like super cool. You pretty much you walk into a store.
Yeah, I know. They're all around up here. Like I said,
that was the first.
I deliver to them all the time. Well, not all the time, but quite often. Yeah, so there's the image Patrick took for the challenge, and then I saw that, and I was like, Patrick, you know, I need this.
And so, because Christopher had special requests.
Yeah, special requests. Yeah, I wanted mine in like an 11 by 17 tall image. So Patrick, he could have.
Okay,
Patrick could have.
That happened.
He could have very easily just cropped that image, but Patrick went above and beyond for me, and then he took this image here.
So I did a second
reposed them. Yeah, he reposed them a little bit and recomposed everything and did a fantastic job on it.
And then I did something for Chris's that I should have done to my own. So it's a small little detail, but it's a good detail nonetheless. So on Christopher's, you'll notice that Luke's hand holding the lightsaber is in focus. Where on mine, the one I did not do that. I just
out of focus.
Just for the Dark Trooper. And left that purposely out of focus. I don't know. I just did a little focus stacking and did something a little different for yours, you know. Again, to make it even more.
Either way, I'm very happy with it. It looks great with my other Star Wars art. So
thank you again, excited because I've got some holiday shenanigans to do on my channel where I'm gonna probably have to bring some holiday cheer coming. You know, I feel like Buddy Elf coming, you know, so I gotta do something, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be my elf on the shelf in Mandalorian armor. I don't know.
Hey, why not? Yeah. Gotta get a Star Wars ugly sweater. I gotta look for one.
I have one that I don't really think it's ugly. I like it.
Well, that's what I mean. Like I use the term ugly very
loosely. Yeah, I know what you mean, but I actually thought my ugly sweater is actually kind of cool. Actually, I got that blue, white, black.
Yeah, you got the Hoth one. Yeah, you wore it during your stream the other day. Yeah.
I love it. I got it because I got invited. I've been invited to an ugly sweater party for years and just never got to make it. Like everybody else had something else, or someone in our family, including myself, sometimes I often get sick right around the holiday. So I've missed this thing for like 8 years. I honestly thought they'd stop inviting me. It was my good friend Matt and his wife Jenny. I thought for sure they would be like, you know what, we're just taking it off the table. So he asked still again, would you come? I said, you know what, I can come this year and I'm coming.
Yeah.
It was so much fun. So much fun. It's like, it would be like having, because they do do you guys ever do what they call Yankee swap?
Explain it to me. I've heard of it.
Okay, so Yankee swap is everybody gets a gift and everybody gets like a poker chip or something with a number.
Yeah.
And then you go, and so say I'm number one. Great. I get the first, I pick anything I want.
Yeah.
And
then the next person will take a number and they'll take a gift or take yours. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think we call it a Yankee
fun, depending what it is. Like I can't remember. White elephant to a
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Very similar. So it was kind of fun. And the other thing that I've done is where you have to unwrap stuff with like it's like covered in a ton of saran wrap, and there's little prizes as you're unwrapping. Things come out of it too. But like you have to unwrap it with like oven gloves, and there's a timer, and there's a timer,
and you only
get so many seconds. That goes to the next person. Yeah. My buddy Kim.
I've heard of that.
That's a fun thing to do during the holidays.
Yeah. We don't call that a Yankee swap up here, I guess, because being in Canada, that'd be kind of rude of us to call it that. I guess I don't know. Do you guys take that offensive if we call you Yankees?
I don't
know, like how
I don't. But I've been called that by people down in the South. You know, it's weird, but whatever. I mean, I'm a true New Englander now. You know, living up here in Rhode Island. So I'm officially a Yankee.
You're as Yankee as they come, eh?
Yeah, but we up here, in New England, a swamp Yankee is kind of like, I don't know, kind of like a redneck New Englander. Right? Swamp Yankee. But the whole idea of Yankee had to do with like keys, meaning like the cheese from cows. And there's a lot of cows in New England when it was first getting settled, in the United States. So you don't have the Midwest where, a lot of cows can graze and stuff like that. So New England was very much in the early days is known for milk and dairy and stuff like that. So
I
don't know, when I go down south and someone calls me Yankee, sometimes they joke, sometimes they're serious. I don't know. I don't give a thought. I really don't give a thought.
Yeah, you don't take offense. So Robbie was wondering, have you ever done a Rogue One photograph?
That is a good one. Rogue One. I'm trying to think. I think I photographed.
Now, Robbie, do you mean like just a single pop or like an actual Rogue One, like a scene from Rogue One with a couple pops? Just to clarify, because I feel like you did a Dark Trooper. I believe you did the Dark Trooper.
I don't think I've done a Dark Trooper.
Have you not?
I don't think I have. I don't think I have.
Yeah,
I think I've thought about it. Honestly, I think I thought about it after seeing.
You probably thought about a lot of stuff.
Oh, a scene. No, I don't think I've done a Rogue One scene.
That's really like your first big scene, isn't it? That one.
No, I've done a couple because I did the Ahsoka and the Inquisitor.
Oh yeah, that's true.
From Tales of the Jedi. So
I think this Dark Trooper one, or yeah, I said Dark Trooper before. I meant the Death Trooper before, though.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. No, I think it's Dark Trooper image. Yeah, you did the Ahsoka and Maul. I'm looking at your Instagram right now.
Because I almost thought about doing a Death Trooper before, only because I think it was an episode of Bad Batch where they had to fight the Death Troopers or something at one point, and they were like looming out of the smoke and the fog, and I was like, that just looks great.
Hey, you've done a couple scenes, but I think it's Dark Trooper one with Luke. That one blew everything else out of the water.
Yeah, I usually concentrate on just doing one at a time.
Yeah,
because it's almost like focusing a portrait on the character itself.
Yeah, you got to challenge yourself and do 2 characters in a scene every once in a while. It's kind of cool. I do like a whole poster, but I mean, like you've come a long way. I know we're kind of going off topic here, but you've come a long way since this image here.
Oh yeah. It's funny because those are very like, I didn't know what I was gonna do. Like that one. I just was kind of
it's still good.
And I just didn't know where this would evolve to, right?
But now Poptography Patrick would get rid of that base in Photoshop
and it's funny you say that because I already have that done. It's already done for myself. Yeah, for myself and my personal portfolio. That's already done.
Yeah,
I've gone back and
you've come a long way.
But it's been fun, and what's also been fun is being able to do something like this with the journey with people like you, Christopher, and you, Lex.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I know I'm sure as hell excited for something that's coming up, Lex, that you have on your channel. We got time. Why don't you elaborate what's going to be coming up with that?
You want to plug your channel?
Plug it. There's a new podcast coming, folks.
Yeah, so I'm starting a podcast on my own channel, and I basically am going to try to do weekly episodes with different collectors. So any Star Wars collector, whether they collect Funko Pops, Black Series, Legos, whatever it is. And I kind of just want to interview them about where their love of Star Wars kind of originated, and then take a look at their collection and maybe have them send like a video or some pictures of their collections. So that way, because I feel like a lot of people, including myself, are interested in seeing other people's collections and like what they look at or like what they look like, I guess, and kind of just talk to them like what's your favorite item in your collection, kind of how you got into collecting and why you kind of picked the different niches or the single niche that you do collect. So I'm definitely super excited. I have Chris coming on for my first episode and Patrick for my second. And I am going to try to reach out to a few other people and kind of get those lined up. But it's going to be called Beyond Tatooine, Collecting the Galaxy's Finest.
Super excited for that. And it's great to see you grow, Lex. It really is. Like, I think that, Chris has kind of pushed each of us, the two of us at least, out of our comfort zones for sure.
Sometimes very close to the edge in some instances there, Patrick, with the logo, the rebrand.
Yeah,
I was like poking you with the.
It was it was like so hard to let go of certain things, and and I'm still working with them because they sent something that was like not happy with, and hey, I'm still just waiting for an outro. Like I'm already creating my own outros at this point, But sure, just but it'll. I've got plenty of time. I have what I need, and I don't really need much more than that to keep going. Like, so whatever. But I would say like what's been really interesting is being in the content creating realm here, if you call it that. just be able to meet so many people. So it's not just meeting, you and Lex and our Fulcrum group, but it's more of like, there's a young man that has been kind of tuning into our podcast, tuning into our channels, and he started to put his own YouTube channel together.
Yeah.
And I tuned in yesterday to see it. He had it at noon, and I was working, but I was like, hey, you know what? I could put this on my screen and continue to work for a minute and just support him. So it's interesting to see what we do, how it inspires others. Because that was the last thing I would have even been thinking of. But it's been nice to see other people get inspired.
Because like that's how we all got started, right? We got inspired by somebody, right?
Yeah.
Uncle James
it's cool
in the house today. He said, "What's up, y'all? Happy to catch your episode live. Thanks for hopping on, James."
Yeah,
definitely.
And he said, "So excited for the new podcast, Lex. Wishing you tons of luck."
Awesome. Yes. Thank you. I definitely plan to have him.
I'm sure James. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm sure James is like up there on the list of guests as well.
Yep.
James is a cool dude. We'll have you on the podcast as well sometime again. Maybe in the new year after you have that kid, because your kid's coming soon.
Now, I know people sometimes they're clamoring to get into our podcast here, the Popcast, right? And I always kind of like, I'm always surprised, like, wow. But if anyone out there in the chat or who's watching this is ever interested in becoming a guest on the show, please just message us. Just message us. Yeah. Leave a comment in the chat, and if we see it, we'll come, because we definitely will look at it. We'll come across. We'd love to have people on. We love mixing up. I know one of the guys from the YouTube and podcast group over on Facebook, the Star Wars content creators, Michael Dorr. He's in Australia, and he knows what time, because he was asking, and he'd be willing to stay up at 2 a.m. to shoot with us.
Yeah, there you go. So that's crazy.
I was like, wow, Michael, that was really nice. Like, yeah. So it's so nice to see the comments and interaction from the followers and fans and subscribers, because it just blows me away. Like, sometimes I think we do this and we're broadcasting, but does anyone listen? Are we like a satellite?
People are listening.
Space,
they're out
right?
there.
We're in a satellite in deep space, and just talking to dead air. I don't know, but it's really nice when you get that kind of feedback and stuff. So thank you, folks. It is fun. It is fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
And trust us, we have some fun holiday
always ready to come back on
coming up.
Yep, I know. As I mentioned, we got our special guest coming on in a couple of weeks.
We've got some gifting. We got we're going to be doing a whole episode on holiday pops. So. I'm excited
for holiday pops.
Yeah.
Yep. Month of December is going to be pretty fun. We got a lot planned.
Yeah, I think so.
So should we Christmas lights up?
Night. Yeah, I know. Yeah, getting festive in there. I gotta put up my tree.
Sorry, I don't know that.
Nice. Were you putting up a little mini tree with your ornaments?
So we got a new tree this year. Yeah, it's a full size. So we got a new tree from Costco this year, a big hefty one that has like the lights, but like there's no cables to plug in between tiers, so it's like it's somehow stacks. It's wired into the post or something.
That's what I have. As soon as you put the other thing in and give it a twist, it basically seats in. So once they're all seated in, you just step on the thing and boom.
So that's what we got for the living room. So I'm using the old tree. My wife's been kind of suggesting I do a Christmas tree. She told me to do one last year. She suggested I do one last year, but I was just like, I don't know. But now I actually have an extra. I have an extra tree and I have the ornaments. So
yeah, I think next year it might be my own tree for maybe here, because I think this will be the last. This will probably be the last season we use the tree that I have now. It's starting to get beat up. Like my one cat likes to climb it. So there's a couple of times she climbs it and then lays on a branch, and the branch goes and starts bending. So I think this is going to be the last one. And typically I hang big ornaments on that, so in those spots there. But I'm excited. This is a holiday season I'm very excited for. I really wish they did do a Funko Advent calendar, though. That's the only thing I'm bummed, because it's so much. I don't know if part of me almost wonders if I just replay the ones from last year, but I really did enjoy doing the daily Advent
right?
reveal.
Yeah.
I know
it's a fun little thing to do.
Right? It was like every day I had one little thing I knew I had to do. It took 5 minutes to film a quick clip of it, but it was fun. It was engaging, and I kind of missed not having that this year.
Yeah. Robbie says all your channels are super fun to watch.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Robbie. Appreciate it. Appreciate all your support. Because you're out there supporting like all these Star Wars content creators and stuff. People like you and Andrew from Blue Harvest 1971. Samuel Allen as well. He's usually subscribed and commenting and all that. And on top of doing all his stuff that he does on Instagram, wishing everyone happy birthday and stuff. So, yeah. So we appreciate everyone's support as well. Definitely. But going back to the advent calendar, Patrick, like being a pop photographer, you could do like a daily image, like an image a day, and release it on your.
I guess I could do something like that with those, but you know what? They're so little. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
it was more of the fun.
Maybe for next year.
Got. Yeah, it was the see what you got, and like something like like sometimes like your Blue Han Solo outfit was like. But then you get like a cool.
I'm glad they didn't make those. I'm glad they didn't make those into like the full size Funkos.
Lex had someone's custom that she showed, that gingerbread Darth Vader photo.
Oh yeah,
that to me was the bomb. Like I really, I honestly. I'm gonna have to find that photo and reference it, because I might have to do that.
Well, we'll make sure we have that photo for next episode when we talk about.
That was so cool. Whoever came up with that idea as a custom, kudos, because that was a great idea, well executed, and quite honestly, Funko, do that. We'd love to see that. That would be cool.
But do you guys want to jump into our main conversation? Talk about some. Lessons that we've learned over our do's and don'ts. Lex has been collecting for a few years. Myself for I don't know, almost 10 years. Patrick, how about yourself? How long?
Oh my gosh, I've been collecting since I was
a long time,
grasshopper. Yeah, you know what it is, because when you're
back when Funko Pops were chiseled out of stone, that's when Patrick started.
Back in my day, we didn't have Funko Pop. We had 3 1/4 figures, and that's just what you got. You know what I mean? Like, so
we walked uphill to school both ways on one leg. The other leg was
through the snow on our hands. Yeah. But I think for me, I've been collecting things forever. Since I was a kid, and it's funny as you become kind of identified, like, oh, Star Wars fan, anything Star Wars gets sent to you. Like, so I've had to throw away stuff because like I don't want that, and then it gets to the point when I got into the Funko, it literally was because I didn't have anything at my desk. Like I was the guy that came to work. I think I had a picture of my family, and that was it. But then I was like, oh, I don't know. I never decorated my work area, and then I kind of felt pressure that I should. So the Funko became the thing, and then I just really enjoyed the Funko. So then it became when people would even travel. Oh, I happen to go to the Walgreens, and they act, to get something, some emergency on my trip. And hey, they had this, and I didn't see this on your shelf. So I even had colleagues at work picking them up. So it just started like that, and I love them. There we go.
There we go.
That is so awesome.
Yeah,
so awesome.
That's cool. I mean,
they were cute.
It's borderline better than the snowman. It's not
borderline better. Cool. It's 100% better. There's no borderline about it. It's 100%.
No, I think the snowmen are here and the gingerbreads here, but then the original ones from like 2018 or whatever are like up here more. So
I just
like it is better, but I'd prefer like just regular pops with like a Christmas, maybe a Christmas sweater or something, or like like Yoda with the Santa outfit on. Like I like that. That's
Funko's been doubling down on Strange lately because they did the chocolate Valentine pops that we've talked about, right?
Yeah.
It seems like they're expanding it to other IPs too, other brands. Like I saw the Ninja Turtles and Marvel. So I'm like, I don't get it. And then I saw
No, I don't.
I saw something on the K Dog and Fish show, which I kind of laughed about, which was the Corey Feldman Funko Pop that they're doing. So they're doing a special Funko Pop for him that you can only get through Corey's personal website. Right? And there's a chase, mind you. So there's the pop. Then there's the diamond, the glittery kind they're gonna do of it.
Yeah.
All right. And I guess fans are getting kind of worked up because it's basically one character's outfit that they kind of embellished one piece of it where they made like some little glittery ball thing, buttony thing. They made it a little bit slightly bigger. I mean, it's barely anything tweaked on it. And they took Steve from Stranger Things and popped his head and called that the Corey Feldman Pop. So fans are kind of laughing about that. But then at the pricing of this pop, and then I guess you could buy it autographed and personalized.
Oh wow.
It's crazy. And so I think that'll be in the guys, it'll be on the Corey Feldman yard sale, by spring. I don't know why
if
you
they were
need
smart.
that many.
If they were smart, they could do Corey Feldman as one, and the chase could be for Corey Haim. Is it the one who passed away? Like
yes, you are right. But I think this is just Corey being Corey, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because he always kind of dresses that pseudo Michael Jackson, and
yeah.
I've seen videos of him where he's touring. I guess people enjoy him enough that they'll go see him sing. I don't know. I don't really see him as a musician, but whatever. More power to him. I love him from the 80s. He was like one of those iconic kids of the 80s that you grew up with, right? Goonies, everything. So more power to him. I think he was one of my wife's favorites. Was what was that movie? I was gonna say Anything. Let's not say anything. Dream a Little Dream. My wife loves that movie with him. So
I don't know.
If you're a fan, cool, but it's just weird. Funko's just been making these weird decisions lately that I don't understand why they're doing, because then they just make announcements that they're gonna run a little leaner, like a startup, and this. Are we seeing the entrails of what was already put in motion, and now we're starting? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's still very hard to tell what's what. So
I'm enjoying the sculpts and the things we're getting, the quality of what we're getting. I just think like we need to kind of refocus now, retool, refocus. If you're gonna do holiday, maybe poll your Funko fans, like to get ideas, to get a better pulse. Maybe I don't know. When can you do them? You could do them when people are standing in lines and waiting for your exclusives at the different cons.
Yeah. You know what, Funko? If you fly me out there for free and put me up in a hotel, I'll be a consultant for free. Like, just fly me out there, give me the hotel.
Yeah, any one of us
for my food and stuff.
Willing to sit there and talk. Hey, you know what? And I love Funko for other stuff. I really think that they nail. Like, I wanted a Braveheart one, but I resist it because I only do Star Wars Funko. Right?
That's I know. There's others that I see that I was like, okay, that cool
does look right. They do some really cool stuff.
That's like, nope. Yeah.
Because then you open that rabbit hole, and somebody already did this to me with sodas. So
I don't know who that would be.
I
have no idea.
You have led me down to the dark side in sodas. I have sodas I haven't even opened up yet. I bought sodas I haven't even opened them yet, but I have to have them.
Do it.
And you got to open them up.
I'm gonna have a soda. I am gonna open them up. I have some older ones.
Don't be like Tony. Don't be like Tony. Open it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna open them and film them. But I have a few. I haven't even opened them. So yeah. But it's funny because I'm a soda collector, and like when we had that Black Friday deal, I think that was the one thing I was like, oh, I'm definitely coming back here. It's like, oh, spend $25, get a free soda. I'm like, checkmate. I'm on that. Like, no problem.
Yeah. All right.
I think they're just cool.
Yeah, they are cool. That's one thing that Funko actually got right. With like their newer stuff, because the Funko Gold was kind of like that was a big miss.
Yeah, but that kind of segues into these things we're talking about. Kind of segue into our main topic of lessons learned, right?
Yeah. So let's jump into our main discussion here.
I spec.
The ability to speak does not make you intelligent.
So on that note, we're talking today about lessons learned, things we've learned from being collectors for a while. Like, obviously, you can hear raves about things we like and don't like, or things that we feel they're doing well or not well. But what kind of things have we learned in our time of collecting a Funko? Like, for instance, if they have a subscription box like Smuggler's Bounty, sign up for it. No doubt, sign up for it, because when they have something like that, the pops in there are absolute fire. You don't get them normally through any other retailers. Now you'll find them, people selling them after the fact, or people buy them and other resellers will sell them. But those pops typically tend to be very exclusive, very unique, and very, very wanted in their collections. Very collectible, I would say. So that is a definite tip I have seen. Unfortunately,
Robbie's saying a live soda unboxing, Patrick. I don't know about that. You'll have to stay tuned to his channel. Exclusive poptography content there. Refreshingly fun content.
It is refreshingly fun. But I think if Funko has another subscription box, I think they did try to make an attempt at it, and I signed up and it got canceled by Amazon or whatnot. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought that because there were rumors that they were going to bring it back.
Yeah, and if they do, folks, definitely sign up for it, because if any of the lessons learned, those are some of my favorite Funko Pops in my collection have come from that subscription box series, and they're all fire. They're all widely wanted in the collection. There's very few that have come through that box that are like miss. They're really not miss. They're all really cool.
No, they're all good. Yeah. And
so that's I would put at the top of like lessons learned. If they have a subscription box, you'll want to sign up for it.
Yeah, because now you got to find them on Marketplace or like on eBay or Mercari or whatnot.
Yep. And the prices are through the roof.
Yes.
Yeah, some of them are. Some of them aren't, but some of them are. Yeah.
Eugene with your ideas.
Yeah, Eugene with one here in the comments. He says, I have a Funko collector mistake that I just made this Black Friday. I bought 3 acrylic risers and didn't look at the measurements. When it arrived, it was 3/4 of the size of my other ones. Always check. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
It's a good one.
That is a good one.
I've done that. But luckily with Amazon and stuff, you can kind of like return them. But if it's not, it's kind of gets a little tough. But I mean, I haven't been collecting nearly as long as Christopher and Patrick. I kind of started around like COVID time. But I think that one of my biggest mistakes is I like rushed into trying to get every pop that I wanted. And like if I saw a deal, I would just buy it, and I would buy multiple pops at a time. And I think that's something I wish I would have known, is that you can totally like take your time and you don't have to rush into getting it. And just because there is one good deal, it doesn't mean that that's going to be the only deal ever on that Funko Pop. Like there will definitely be later down the line, like people will probably even have it for a cheaper deal. Like some people just are trying to get rid of their pops, and you don't have to just seize the first opportunity that you see, and you definitely don't have to rush to try to add every single pop that you want to your collection within the first few months. Because I feel like that's a pretty common thing that I see on like Reddit and things, is people are like, first month into Funko Pop collecting and their entire room is already filled. Take your time and enjoy the process.
It's like they have to be a completionist, right? It's like you get like, I gotta complete it. Yeah, I get you. Because sometimes I get that certain waves. I feel that
patience. Patience is key.
Yep, definitely.
I mean, unless you want to, like if you have the money and you want to get the whole wave, go ahead. But you don't have to. I think that's something.
One of the things I've been learning,
especially with some of the older ones.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been also trying to resist the pre-orders as much, because as I've probably said on our podcast here, there's been a couple of times where I've seen other people have them in hand because they've actually gone in the store. I have pre-ordered it, and I don't see it for weeks after that, and I'm like, what? What? Jesus age, Christmas. Like I feel that at this point, if you're a pre-order, right? And this is how I feel. If you pre-order, you should, because they're already making interest off that money they've collected when you pre-ordered, right? They didn't take it out later. They took it out then. So if you're doing that, I should get the same. I should get a better benefit, like the company that I bought it from. If I'm pre-ordering, I should get them earlier. That's how I feel. And no one's gonna, gonna be a grumpy old man about it. But like seriously, I feel that that's something that, and lesson learned is, like, for instance, the Target, the Jabba skiff. I pre-ordered and waited. Then people are like, "Oh, I went in, I just picked it up," and oh, okay. Well, then a month later, like, "Oh, I just went in and picked it up, and I picked it up for like $19, $16." Like, I'm like, "What?" And I've gone by and I've seen the Chewbacca and the Luke Skywalker and clearance ones already. I'm like, so is that going to happen to the whole series of those coming through that? Yes, they probably will. So I think, now I am waiting and being a little more patient, like you said, Lex, because I don't need to feel the need to, I'm going to miss out on it to have that pre-order, because they're going to be there. They're going to make so many for the most part. And I should be able to go in and find it. And, maybe I don't find it, at my Target, but it'll eventually be maybe in a clearance or somewhere else. Someone will have it. And so that's, and I think that's one of the things that I worried about. Certain pops, yes, you probably want to pre-order, like the Thrawn, for instance. That they just released. That 100%, you knew that sold out that day, and we probably all knew it would because of the level of buzz and hype it was getting. So I think that's something to be mindful of, is be aware of the pulse of the Funko community of what you're collecting, right? So whether you're collecting Marvel or Star Wars or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, if there's a movie or a television series or something that characters are going to be mentioned and it's going to give some hype, well, guess what? Those are probably the times that, like, if they're releasing something that you want, you probably do want to hit that pre-order button, as opposed to just waiting for it to be in the wild or waiting for it to go on sale, because it'll be sold out and you won't get one. But for the most part,
I would say if there's a main character, like as you mentioned, Thrawn, or like a very popular character, then pre-order it. But and same with like the patience thing, like go out and buy that one, and the little side characters, the secondary characters, maybe wait and see. Those ones will get up on sale. To go off the pre-order thing though, like I don't know if any of your GameStops down there do it, or if any GameStops anywhere else in the world do it. Up here in Canada, and Eugene could probably confirm this as well, I can go in and I can pre-order Funko Pops and not put any money down if I go in person. I don't have to put money down. And then if it shows up before Hot Topic gets it for some reason, like the Ahsoka, the last 3 Ahsoka ones that I needed, Huyang and Chopper and Marok, they arrived at GameStop before Hot Topic got them. I don't think I've seen them at Hot Topic yet. So
I think
in that respect, I pre-ordered them there, and I didn't have to put money down until they came in. So it's kind of
that's cool. In the United States, you still have to put something down, but if you're a member of that GameStop rewards program, they give you like $5 each month. So I do sign up for that. So I did do that when I wanted the Vader Red Saber series. I didn't want to mess with, because after collecting them all, I didn't want to miss out on Vader, and I knew Vader is going to be a big, one that people are going to want. So I didn't mess around with that. I said, listen, I'm going to use my $5, and they let you use your $5 that you get monthly to put down as your down payment, which is fine. And so I can either have it shipped to me or come to the store. Now, typically I'll say, if that's the case, is just ship it to me. If it's going to come to my store, and I always ask, if you think it'll come here sooner, just have it come to the store. Otherwise, ship it to me. Because there's been a couple of times where I've said ship it, like the Dooku, for instance, they said ship it, and it was there in the store. So when I went into the store and I saw that it was there, I just went up to the counter and said, "Can I just have this one, and you could not ship me the other one?" They're like, "Yeah, that's fine."
Yeah,
so that's worked out. That's a neat thing to do with someone like GameStop.
Yeah. Eugene said he bought the 3 Duel of the Fates Deluxe at full price. Now they're all way cheaper. That always sucks.
Like $20, $15, $20.
They're like $21 for all of them.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
That gets frustrating. That does kind of just really kick you in the
mean,
nuts.
That's how I felt about the Bounty Hunter collection. I pretty much paid full price for all of them, and they're like $7 at GameStop now, each of them. Like, and I pretty much paid $35 for each of them.
Yep.
Like,
yeah, they're not
all of them. Yeah, the Red Saber series, the
Yeah.
Bounty Hunter collection.
But it's like, yeah, it's a hard thing to kind of like teeter, and I feel like it definitely comes with time, but like kind of being able to know which ones you need to jump on because they are going to sell out, or knowing which ones are going to end up on clearance because they're pretty much just shelf warmers. So it's definitely a hard thing to kind of gauge which is it going to be? Is it going to sell out immediately, or will it end up on clearance because it just sits on the shelf?
It's weird too, because I personally wouldn't think like the big Hall H Ahsoka pop.
Oh, yeah.
Like if I just saw that, would I be like, oh, I have to have it? No, it'd be like, oh, that's kind of neat. It looks kind of like the Make-A-Wish version, of Ahsoka, right? It looks like that paint scheme, but I wouldn't be like, oh, need to have it. I think because now that it's the legendary Hall H, it gives you the appeal and the draw to it. Yep. But if I saw it sitting on the shelf, I wouldn't have been clamoring for it. You know what I mean? No. So sometimes I think it's the story behind the pop could also drive how you decide that you're going to try to get a hold of one. Like I just think that's one too rich for my blood. I have the normal pop, which is fully painted and looks great. Do I need that? Not necessarily, because am I going to use it for a photo or anything? No, I couldn't really do that either. So.
But it's also hard because we don't like those like chrome painted pops, but just because it has that Hall H like legendary kind of facade to it, it makes you want to have it. But if it didn't have that, we probably would have never picked it up. So it's definitely interesting to see like the allure that different pops get. But I also feel like kind of checking disc trackers, because when they post stuff, like you can see if people are going nuts for it.
Yes.
And if there's no comments, you can kind of gauge that it's probably not going to be as popular. But some of them, like the Thrawn, I feel like that blew up. Like that was crazy. Like there was a lot of.
I think because they only had so many of that original one, right? Because that was a con exclusive, and the prices was going crazy as soon as he was in Rebels and Ahsoka. That pop just became really like a grail in my mind. And it still is. It's a great looking pop. It was unique because because it wasn't exclusive, right?
Yeah. So that's but now there's two other Thrawns coming out now. So it's like,
but I think even then it's still kind of like, I feel like it's still holding,
This one
now I'm
more
like,
than
do I need it though? Now do I need that exclusive celebration one? I don't really.
I still wouldn't mind that one, but I'll be honest. I'm second guessing. Do I need the Thrawn holding the gun? Because I never really saw that. I'll probably still get it, but I'm questioning: do I need that one? Because I got the other one, and I like that one way better.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as you. I don't really like now that I've seen the Rebels Thrawn. I was like, oh, I don't think I really need this Ahsoka one. Like, I feel like the Rebels version is much cooler. But I was only considering it initially because I only had the one Thrawn. Yeah. And then I was like, oh, that's going to be the second one. And then they dropped a third one. And I was like, oh, like, I don't think I need 3 Thrawns, but I definitely prefer the Rebels Thrawn over the Ahsoka Thrawn. So, I'm in the same boat as you.
And I think that's a good lesson, because sometimes you will make your decisions on what pops you're purchasing and collecting based on the larger gamut of like, okay, how many of this character are they going to ever have, or is this a character they've rarely made, so I better jump on the opportunity. Those are the things I think if you're getting into collecting them is, to be very mindful of, right? But I would also think too, when people want the chromes and stuff like that, because I think it's like, well, what chrome is the one that's more, because I don't really collect them, but like what chrome is more, I think it comes to what is that event, right? Because I think at a couple years ago when they did like certain ones, like the Princess Leia one, it was like for the con, I don't know if it was the New York one, it was gold, or maybe a celebration, it was gold. But then if you wanted the other ones, they were like the Darth Vader, the Yoda, they're blue, right? So sometimes it's even that. It's depending what con or event they come from. It's the same mold, the same sculpt. It's just a different chrome. So if you are a collector on those, it's more of you need to be more savvy as to like what con or event it's coming from, so that you can make sure to get one because they are exclusive to those. But they're limited, right? So which one do you want? Which one is going to be more? Some people like them for the value, right? I don't know. I'm not a chrome collector. I have one. Actually, I have two. I realized I had two chrome ones because I've got a chrome Vader that came in Smuggler's Bounty, but the only one I've actually purchased is Leia.
Yeah, I have one chrome as well. Let me go through some comments here before we continue, though. We got a bunch of comments in the chat. Robbie said, I agree. I'm a slow collector, and only ones I collect are ones I want. Saw that one already. Side note: Rebel Shelf is amazing. Jedi Robbie, I think that was yours on Insta. Gotta go fast is high. Hi, gotta go fast. He's asking when will you post my video. We've watched it, but it's not something that fits in with the content that I'm. Out there.
It's great. It's creative.
It's very creative. You did a really fantastic job on it, and like we said previously, like a young Spielberg in the making for sure. But it's not something that fits in with the rest of my content. Have you watched the Haunting Hour before? I don't think so.
I don't think I have.
Me neither.
No.
Maybe I have to check it out.
Yeah. The new Rebels Thrawn looks a lot cooler than the Ahsoka. Yeah, that's what we're saying.
Yeah, I agree.
Space dictates I can only have one Thrawn.
Right? Space is something inevitably every collector has to get more of.
Eugene, you may be thinking of someone else. I don't have the Rebel Shelf, unfortunately.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and that's another thing, space. So, like, going back to what Lex was saying and, like, not rushing out and buying everything, because then your space kind of fills up, like, all of that.
Oh, yeah.
So, and, I picked up all of the Ahsoka Wave, and I got to squeeze them somewhere down here. Where?
Put it this way, I had to make a choice the other day. Do I buy a couple Funko Pops, or do I buy another bookshelf? That was the decision.
I know that's tough. I know.
I picked the pop, not the shelf. But I was like, because I'm waiting to get the other half of the room over here done, because I want to put shelves in there and get that repainted. But I was thinking the other day, like, I saw something on Facebook Marketplace for $20-$40, a little cubicle shelf. I was going to pick it up just to have it, because even having it, I can still start spreading my collection out or save it for all the ones I know I'm going to need, in my collection. I'm going to have space for some of the hyperspace heroes, because they take up a little bit more. I'm going to need one.
And see that's where I've scaled back to. Skiff. Yeah. Like I didn't get any of the Jabba Skiff ones. I didn't get any of the hyperspace heroes ones just because of space. So
yeah. Well, I figured my Jabba Skiff, I'm going to put them on a window ledge. I have a small little window, like two. I have one here has the bounty hunter collection that Lex is talking about, because again, they look cool, but they really look great when they're all together, right? And they kind of snap. So, but where do you put that? I could easily take up a whole shelf with that, but I figured, put them in the window ledge. And they fit perfectly in that spot. And I think from what I've seen of the Jabba Skiff, that I could probably pull that off and do that on the other window ledge.
Yeah, I think the Skiff is gonna be just about the same length, or maybe slightly bigger.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm worried.
I have the three pieces now, and it's.
I've got another half about another 6-7 inches. From looking at the bounty hunters, if I push it, I probably get another 7 inches on my shelf, on my window ledge there. So if I can fit it in, that's where I'm putting it.
Yeah.
But that's here's something, Lex. That's one that I want to collect the whole thing, but I'll be devastated if I can't get the Boba Fett, right? Because that's a key one to have. And if you can't get it, it becomes hard to get a hold of when that releases, because I don't know if that's released or it's waiting. But
I think that one's up for pre-order right now, but I think the one that I'm struggling with right now is Han. And actually yesterday, I think James messaged me and he had sent me a picture of the Han Solo, like, at Target. And he was like, dude, I found one. And I was like, shit, like, I gotta go. Like, so I think I'm gonna go to Target after this, see if I can pick one up. But yeah, it would definitely suck if there's literally one piece that you can't get a hold of. And then
up here, I've only seen the Han and the Nikto. And
because that was an issue
Lando,
with the Bounty Hunter collection.
So, if I can't find the Han, then you might have to buy it. I'll send you some money and you can buy it for me and ship it down.
Send it down there.
I would be devastated if I don't have the Han, and that's the only one that I'm missing.
Yeah, you just need it all. When you have something like that unique piece, you need to have all of them.
Like it'd just be sitting like this, like there's just a hole in the middle.
There'd be a void.
Like, come on, it's meant to be connected. It's meant to have all the pieces. Like that's what gives it the allure. That's like having the Duel of Fates, and you're like missing Darth Maul in the middle.
Yeah,
and you just have Obi and Qui-Gon.
Yeah,
like it doesn't work like that. Those are meant to be put together and kind of have all of them. Or like even the bounty collectors, like you're missing Dengar, and you just have like a space. Like it's
that would
be tough.
Yeah.
That would suck. Now, another cool tip that I've been finding, and I laugh, and I'm going to say this to Tony, because Tony is like, him and Ricky are deal makers, man. They love deals.
Yeah, they are.
And he has been hitting up like the place I would have at least thought of for Star Wars, Ross.
Oh, yeah, Ross
stores. I would 100% totally forgot about it. But you know what? As he said that, I realized, you know what? I bought my con exclusive Sand Trooper at Kohl's and used Kohl's cash to help pay for him even. So there's sometimes you will find Funko
Kohl's the bookstore, yeah?
No, it's a clothing store.
Yeah,
Kohl's is
it's
a
kind of a clothing department store. But I find that
weird.
They must have a partnership with Disney, because I see a lot of the Star Wars, basically a lot of the Disney IP stuff is there.
Yeah.
Big time.
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot of like random stores that are like getting, like I even went to Best Buy yesterday because I had to purchase a new camera, and I was like looking through their like toy section, and they had like Legos, they had Funko Pops, and I was like, Best Buy, like, just it's crazy like that.
Do you have any of the Star Wars Galactic Heroes figures? I mean, I don't have any of the Galactic Heroes brands. I have the original Fisher Price ones that the Galactic Heroes were based off of.
I think I have one or two of those original ones too. I think I have like the Vader, because his helmet pops off on that one.
Yeah.
I thought I had like an Anakin, like on a little, I don't know what you call the speeders that the droids would ride.
Oh, like the little blue ones, like with the handlebars, or is it? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
I don't know what those things are called, but I think I had that with an Anakin and a few of those. But I don't even know what would have happened of them, because I bought them for my son originally.
Really?
Best Buy used to have their own exclusives up here. Halo, I think.
I
think so.
Interesting.
Stags? Staps, I think it is. On the Stap speeders, STAP.
Oh, yeah, it might be something like that. I just don't remember.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I know that some of you, I think Chris more than Patrick goes to conventions, but I'm definitely like a big convention goer. And I definitely like to go because I like to see all of the different pops that people have.
Yeah.
But something that I have learned is that, like, let's say it's a 3-day convention and you buy the weekend pass.
Oh, this is a great
tip. If you go for the first 1 or 2 days, you can kind of scope out what everyone has. Or obviously, if you see one that you think is going to go immediately, you could purchase it. But typically on the last day of the convention, most of the vendors will lower their prices. Like, I think the last convention that I was at, they were doing, like, some of the vendors were doing like 20 to 50% off of their like items because they just didn't want to bring them back home with them.
Yeah.
So I think that was something I never really knew until I went on the last day of a convention, and I was like, maybe I just need to start going on Sundays, like, to conventions.
The last day is always a great day.
Yeah. Like,
I used to do trade shows, and you know what it is, Lex? I'll tell you from having done trade shows. I couldn't wait to unload stuff because think about it, whether it was film or, swag, anything,
Mhm.
I've got to pack it up and bring it with me, or I'm paying to have it shipped.
Yeah.
So if
Yeah.
I could save myself that a trip, the hassle, or some cash, right? I'm gonna unload, and
Yeah.
it's a great time. I've actually used that when I go to Jacob Javits Center for the photo expo in New York City. I made some of my larger purchases that way purposely. So like soft boxes and lighting equipment like that doesn't come cheap. But you know what? I will gladly take it off your hands that Sundays while you're packing up. Perfect time. Don't and I mean, like, literally, you wait till they're starting to pack and like, hey, I'm sorry, I want to come back for 8, and and the prices will, like, it's I'm packing it now. Listen, if you want it, you pack it, I'll give it to you for 200, like things like that. Like, and you're packing it up as they're packing the whole booth up. You're packing the equipment, you're buying. I've done that, Lex. That's a great piece of advice. Love it.
Yeah.
Because it's true.
And then something else along with the conventions, because when I first started going to conventions, I was just like enamored. I was like, there are so many pops, like there's so many things that I want, and I would just buy. But I've realized that a lot of the vendors will price gouge. And in order to kind of wheel and deal, you need to kind of look and find the PPG prices to make sure that you're not being ripped off. So having the Funko app handy, or like just so you can even scan the barcode while you're standing there, or you're having like Hobby DB pulled up, because a lot of them will like totally up the prices on like
a lot of them
even
will.
things that are still in stores. Like there was the last convention I was at, they had like a bunch of the gaming grades that are still at GameStop for like $25. And I was like, dude, I could walk into GameStop and on their sale day get it for like $10. So just kind of having that like awareness that you're not trying to get ripped off. And you can even show them, be like, look, Funko app says it's $15. Why is it 30?
What's the reason?
Let's kind of, it allows you to kind of make a deal and then make sure that you're not getting ripped off. Cause that was something I was totally not aware of for my first few conventions. And I probably got ripped off too many times,
Yeah.
So.
Well, don't feel
you
bad.
Definitely don't want to.
Go on, Chris.
Yeah, you don't want to pay more than the PPG. Definitely not.
No.
PPG or offer like a little bit less for sure.
But I know 100%. Star Wars Theory was on, and he was telling Tony and Will from Diamond Figs when they were on that he paid like $500 for a Commander Cody Funko.
Yeah,
I think I
got ripped off. Like totally got ripped off, and he knew after the fact, but at the time he thought he was getting a great deal because it was Cody, and he knew it was a harder one to get. I just don't think he knew. Not being a huge Funko collector, he didn't know where to go for that resource to find out what the PPG or what would a fair price be for that.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't think when he did that there were pop-ups like Macari and stuff like that. They didn't have that then. WhatsApp. So I think when he first bought it, he was kind of clueless and got taken for a ride, unfortunately.
And I think that happens to like most new collectors, unfortunately. So I mean, it definitely happened to me. I'm sure it happened to a lot of other people, but that was definitely something I wish I was kind of told, is that in order to not get ripped off, you need to make sure that you're kind of paying around what it's worth, or maybe even trying to lowball a little less so that they'll meet you at that price. So,
and to piggyback off that idea, Lex, of what you're saying is another thing to watch out for is if it's like you're saying, if it's too good to be true, it could be, in fact, fake, right? So, like, there's that company that does the fake the hologram Vaders and malls and things like. So, at Queen Amidala's. So, I guess one thing is not everybody is going to be savvy to know, like, what's a Grail, what's this. So, do a little bare minimum research, right? We all have Google, we all have cell phones. So, do yourself a favor. Do just a bare minimum Google, what it is you're looking for. And just, I'm looking for the Queen Amidala pop. Okay, great. Now you'll get an idea. Okay, is it really asking $500? Yeah, it is. Like, surprisingly, that's asking $500. But if you see one for 30, is that fake? I would say 90% of the time it would be, right? 90% of the time it would be, especially you're seeing it being sold somewhere. If it's through a private person, they might not know what they have. Or they're unload. Maybe they're just, hey, I'm unloading, and I really don't care. Like everyone is saying it's worth 500, I'll give it to you for 100. So if you see it at a considerably lower price, there could be those options. But typically, you don't see that. And what you do, you see stores popping up online that are trying to sell them for like $30 and $50, even $50, $60. I've seen them try to sell them for, which it's still a deal, but it's not the real deal. It's not the real pop. It's a fake. And I'm not an expert to say if something's fake or real. And I don't even really care as much if it was a fake, with the exception if I'm paying $500 for a pop, and I don't think I really will pay $500 for a pop. There's more I could do with that money than buy one pop, So I look at it as if I see something like that and I know it's just like that can't be. It's probably too good to be true. It just really is. And I'm not gonna get bamboozled or suck it into it. So that's something to be careful for, because they do pop up on Instagram quite a bit and Facebook.
Yeah.
And I unfortunately hear people that do buy them. I myself, honestly, if I see it come up again at Queen, I'm going to do one just to see what happens, because I want whether it's fake or not, for $30. I want one now. Now I just want one.
Queen Amidala and the Mando, the convention NYCC exclusive, where he's got the one blaster in the one hand. Yeah.
Yep.
That's a cool one.
Let me just go through some comments here. Gotta go fast, as my friend has an Obi-Wan. And Clone Troopers, I have Vader, Luke, Han, Chewie, R2, C-3PO, and a billion troopers, and the Millennium Falcon. Very cool.
Nice.
Robbie said, I saw a used Darth Vader unmasked pop for cheap price at a comic shop. I wish I got it. Yeah, I think maybe 5 years ago, it was pretty reasonable, under $20, I think.
Yeah.
And I think it depends on the box variant. It depends on the box variant too.
100%.
Some dude has 40 Clone Trooper Funkos. That's crazy. What is the most someone has paid for a single pop? For me, it's Yondu from Guardians of the Galaxy 2, $100. Still my number one pop personally. No, I haven't. I think the most I paid was, what did I pay? Commander Cody, I think I paid 54 or something like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say 50, 60 is probably the most I paid. I don't think I paid.
Lex paid a lot more.
Yeah, I paid $200 for the Thrawn.
But it's Thrawn.
Worth it though. Worth it.
Yeah, it's the Thrawn.
Until it dips down to $100.
But that's still a good price, because he was going a lot higher. A lot higher.
Yeah, he was going for $500, the shared sticker even. So I was like, you know what? The guy came, he found me, he gave it to me. He was like, dude, I'll do 200. And I was like, you know what? Today's the day. It just felt like fate almost. And I'm kind of kicking myself a little bit, but I don't think it's dropped below 200 yet.
No,
but we'll
it has
see when it comes in. So
yeah, you did good, Lex. You did really good on that.
I think I have the Gaming Grades Clone Troopers. Yeah, the Gaming Grades Clone Troopers are awesome.
Yeah, they came out really nice.
They did. Yeah. I love the Gaming Grades.
Gaming Grades has been killing it, man. They really
yes.
been.
Yeah,
that and the Clone Wars. GameStop's on fire. I've really thoroughly enjoyed going to GameStop and seeing what's coming next.
Yeah,
I'm curious why are they getting all the really good ones? Are they picking them? Are they saying, hey, are they at a brainstorming session? They look at that Vizsla Mall.
I love that GameStop sticker too. I
feel like that's me and my buddy Eugene both have ours now. So
I just don't get it. Who pitches the idea? GameStop, we're going to give you these, or is GameStop hey, listen, we're going to let's do some gaming grades, and you want these characters. What about? Can you do this?
Go to the highest bidder. Yeah,
I would love to be a fly on the wall to see how that happens. Just to be cool.
I mean,
yellow and green don't know the names.
The 13th Battalion, and maybe Fixer.
Yeah. Oh, Fixer, maybe. Yeah, probably Fixer.
Yeah.
200 Thrawn is a good deal. I'd be proud, Lex. Yeah. Like I said, until it goes down to $75
because
the
green
one. Throns.
Yeah, Fixer would be that green.
Who's pre-Vizsla? From the Clone Wars. So I think Gotta Go Fast. I think you said you didn't watch a Clone Wars, so you'll have to watch a Clone Wars. Yeah, I heard that when Lex gets to 500 subs, you're doing a giveaway for your Thrawn pop. No, when she gets to 500, she's smashing her ghost.
Yep.
That's what she said.
No, she's not. She's not. I'm not.
She said it on camera. She said it on camera.
That was peer pressure.
It's out there. It's out there.
Do not
it's
throw
out there
your
on
ghost.
YouTube.
You know what? I got it.
She can
Let's do
rebuild.
this. Go like this,
She can
and
rebuild.
then we'll have a cut, and we'll go to someone else's ghost crashing that did that.
I'll just like throw a bunch of like my random extra like Legos on the floor.
Do not throw the ghost.
We'll see. I would love to make it a 500 followers, or subs. So I feel like whatever I gotta do, I gotta do.
Yeah, it can always rebuild. It's Lego.
That is true.
Pre-Vizsla is the leader of Mandalore, who loses leadership and the Darksaber to Maul in Clone Wars cartoon. Yep. And a body part. No spoiler. Fixer in 13th Battalion. Yeah, so those are the two.
Yeah.
Yeah. So another tip, I would say, like, unless you're like a hardcore sticker or box variant, but specifically sticker variant, like if you want like the actual store stickers like Walgreens, Walmart, unless you're that kind of collector, the stickers and the exclusiveness of each of these pops, they don't really matter, because you can get any of these Walmart and GameStop exclusives overseas internationally with the international sticker, and if people are selling them on Facebook, you can get them for cheaper. So I would say the stickers don't really matter to a point, like unless you are a hardcore collector. But
yeah, I'm not a big fan on the stickers.
Yeah,
myself.
I don't really care, so I don't have to go out and get the actual sticker that's worth more.
Well, sometimes I don't care about the sticker because the sticker was costing me more to buy it, right? Because someone else is hung up on a sticker. I don't care. Like, especially if you're an out-of-box collector, stickers matter nothing to you for the most part. Right?
There's a $200 or $300 difference between the Captain Rex, the shared exclusive, and the actual con sticker. So there's like quite a big of a difference. So
I would say
if you don't care about the sticker
on that one.
100%.
Yeah, I know. The shared sticker. And I would still throw the box out too. I would still throw the box out. You think I'm joking? I have a pile of boxes here.
I fully believe you.
I believe you, but I'm just like something like if I spent that much, I'd probably keep it.
Yeah, like Thrawn box, never. Like I think anything I spent more than $100 on, I'm keeping the box.
Yeah. Can't take the boxes with you after you're gone.
Can't take the pops with me either.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Got them at GameStop with Minecraft plushies. Yeah, those are the gaming greats ones. And
I would also say too, they do have
Mandalorians. Yeah, they've been doing Mandalorians and Clone Troopers lately, though. A lot of Clone Troopers in the gaming greats.
Yes, I mean they did the Jet Trooper, like they.
Yeah,
they've been doing a few every once in a while too, where they pair them with like a lounge fly, like the R2D2. It's like you had to get with the bags and stuff like that. So they do some neat things like that. There's the one you can only get it if you go to the Funko store. It's that Darth Vader. Is he a diamond glitter or something? But I want him now. Now I want him. He just looks cool. I don't know why.
I saw something on Disc Trackers about that like maybe yesterday, but I forgot what it.
I just want one. You know, now that I've seen them and I don't have it, and the box is kind of different than others. I think it's like a black or darker box. I don't know, it's just kind of cool, and that I want because I did like the 100th anniversary, the gem cut ones. What do they call it? The facets?
Yeah, the facets. Yeah, those are cool.
I do like those.
I know Chewie's not great, though. No, I don't like.
No, I won't.
The C-3PO looks cool. The Vader looks cool, and the R2 looks cool. But I still don't think I'm gonna buy them. So gotta go fast. And I also have the Vader Obi-Wan 2-pack for the Obi-Wan show. And then he asks Lex, "What's the blue light thing on your wall?" Oh, the Darth Vader or the Death Star. Sorry, the Death Star.
My Death Star display.
Yeah,
that's a.
You made that yourself, yeah? Or did you?
Yep, I did. Me and my dad put it together. But I think I have to change the LED lights actually because I think they're kind of falling apart on me. So I think I'm gonna do like a little video like after I replace them of like how I kind of put that together for anyone that might be interested.
Fishing Vibes TV says, "What's up, guys? Hope you're all doing well. Any update on the Phase 1. Oh,
Oh,
the Phase
Phase
1
1.
501st is dropping from the Ahsoka set. No, not yet.
Ooh.
That's a
I don't
Funko
think I've
Shop
seen
exclusive,
anything
that one.
yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's up on the website, but I haven't seen like an actual street date for when that's gonna drop.
Yeah.
I don't
want
either.
that.
I think I put a pre-order for him now.
Yeah. Probably. It's a cool one. I love the clones. Like I think they're so awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And I'm
there's
excited they're
something
doing Delta Squad because we got Fixer, we got Boss, so we're gonna get
Finish
Scorch,
them.
and we're gonna get
we're
gonna get Sev
the
eventually.
last two all one shot, so you can just feel like you've completed it. Like
so we're getting more gaming greats figures, and in a couple episodes here we're gonna be going over our wish list for 2024 of which pops and sodas we'd like to see. So
yes,
stay tuned for that as well. Lots of stuff going on this month.
Yes, a lot of cool stuff.
George Lucas once said, "Money is my child." Did he? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's possible. The Death Star display shelf is awesome. Yes, it is. And the TIE Fighters, too.
Oh, yeah. You got those up there. Yeah. I think I'm going to do like a little room display.
Yeah.
Like a room
I was going to
tour.
say, Lex is fully supporting the Empire.
I am. I'm repping. For being Jedi Lex, I'm definitely very Sith in the
Right.
core.
Yeah.
But
still need a submission to the collection battle.
yes, I have to
From
do
the
that.
both
I
of
think
you.
that's my goal. Do like
I didn't even have a room when you started the collection.
You do now, though. You have a whole basement now.
I'll enter when I finish the other half. When I finish the other half, I'll enter because I think.
Oh, you can enter. You can enter twice. You can re-enter once you finish the other half.
Oh yeah, I can have a second entry.
Oh, not.
All right. Yeah, I could do that.
Just throwing it out there. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
want to do one before the like the year ends. Like this is my collection at the end of 2023, and then kind of
and then do it every year after that. Yeah. Yeah. You guys think we're gonna get more Rebels pops like Kanan, Ezra, Sabine, family, Callus, and so on? You know what? I think so. It's the 10th
year anniversary.
10th year anniversary. Yeah, next year.
Yeah, I think
there's a couple anniversaries. 25th anniversary for Phantom Menace as well. Yeah. So there's rumored ones that we're supposed to be getting. I remember in New Hope 1997 edition, Jabba was ugly. Glad 2011 fixed him up.
Yeah, he's a funny looking character.
Yeah, I mean they fixed him up as best they could for being
I love in Funko Pop form how he got that newer Jabba.
Yeah, I have him out on my desk. Him and Salacious Rummy sits on my desk right there. This guy?
Yeah, that looks crazy.
Yeah,
for an ugly character, it's a gorgeous pop. Like
he looks cute.
Yeah.
I have the blue box Jabba, and
I have the blue box one too. Yeah,
been through one.
Yeah.
So I do really think that the scopes have gotten so much better. So when you get like a deluxe pop like that,
100%.
they're putting a lot more detail into what we probably previously did. So it's like, these are great. Like now I look at I still haven't taken out of the box yet, but I have the Rancor, Luke, and I was gonna say Lewis Recur, but I can't remember the Twi'lek's name. But I have that.
Ula.
And now when I look at that, Ula, thank you. When I look at the Rancor, I feel like the Rancor reminds me of Playmobil. Do you remember the Playmobil toys? They're very smooth surface. But my Rancor kind of looks less like a Funko and more like that.
Yeah. I don't remember where I put him. Oh, I see him.
And I feel if they redid one now, because I have the Grogu.
I guess maybe. I don't know.
Rancor looks more Rancor-ish.
I don't know if he looks Playmobil, but
a little.
I don't know.
I'll grab my original Jabba.
I can grab my Rancor. I don't think it looks Playmobil.
No?
No, let me grab him. Yeah.
Grab him. I have mine. I've never taken it out of the box. Yeah, there you go, Lex. That was cool, but now it's different.
Yeah.
And that's the small blue box.
I have that one. And that's the only Star Wars. No, actually, it's not the only one. That's the only one that was released individually without a base.
Yeah. I don't see.
No way. No base.
I don't see a base.
Oh, there's the Rancor. Yeah, okay.
You think? I don't think he looks Playmobil.
All right.
You gotta take him out of the box, Patrick. Same with
I might
Lex.
have
Gotta take Jabba. Throw the box, Lex. Throw it.
I'm not gonna throw the
it.
box.
Do it.
Oh my god, yeah, he doesn't have a
I turned
base.
Patrick. He throws it right at the camera. That's something I'm not gonna do. I don't want to like knock my phone off my phone mount when I throw it at the camera.
Oh, I know when I do it's not going anywhere. Oh, what?
Oh.
I'm so sad. I'll have to hot glue that or something. But yeah, he doesn't have a base.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I'm so sad right
looks
now.
like a Ninja
This
Turtle
is
bad guy. I mean that I can see. The Rancor looks like a Ninja Turtle bad guy. I can see that. Like from the live action movie. What's Tokar and Razar? I can see it.
Is it the glue just came undone on that, Lex?
Yeah, I think so.
It looks like it. Yeah, that's too bad.
Looks like it just
That
dried out.
sucks.
Yeah, I'll have to. Maybe I'll like hot glue it back, or I'll just leave it in the box. I have all the glue boxes. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, because also the Sand Trooper, that came with the dewback. Yeah, but that's in like a deluxe set though.
Yeah, I have this dude.
Yeah, he comes in a deluxe set though, so it's like it's different.
But you know what sucked? Because he's got this little staff. This is the one thing. Here's something that collectors should know. Because the staff, when you go to sit, the staff actually comes below his feet. It's just slightly below his feet.
Does it really?
So, yeah. So when I try to stand him, you have to almost kind of keep him on the angle, or let this kind of be in a bent position it kind of went to.
Now, does he have holes on the bottom of his feet?
Let me take the sand off. No.
I mean, I guess you can easily drill holes in the bottom.
No, but if
I ever got that pack, I'd want to put him on a base.
See his foot?
Yeah, that's weird.
It's just slightly
word.
Yeah, and so whenever he stood, he would fall. So you might see he's got some Gorilla
Maybe you
glue.
need to maybe file it a little bit.
Yeah, I had a Gorilla Glue the staff back in his hand, because it just snapped off in it when he fell. But whatever.
Yeah,
not the end of the world, but still frustrating.
Yeah,
definitely.
So I built a little sand diorama, up there anyway. So I just kind of stick him in the sand.
Yeah,
with the land speeder.
So any last tips that you want to give people before we sign off for this episode?
I think that was that was everything I had.
Covered quite a little bit of everything. I think we covered a little bit of everything. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, but
just be mindful,
if anyone's
right?
watching,
just be mindful and talk. Don't go into collecting closed-minded, not closed-minded, but not communicating. Communication's key, because if you don't have any kind of communication, you're not going to know what the buzz is about. So, if you are a collector, talk it up with your friends. Say, hey, what are you getting excited about? Have you heard about this? Check your podcasts and different content creators and see what the buzz is, because I'm sure we're probably talking about it. If there's a buzz about anything Funko Star Wars, we're talking about it for sure.
Even if there isn't a buzz, we're definitely talking about it. But our DMs are always open. You can message the podcast itself, or you can message any of the three of us individually, and we'll definitely always talk Star Wars Funko with you. Our door is always open, and we just appreciate you guys. So if we can support you in any way possible, we definitely will.
Yeah, so a few more comments. So Yenyol says, can you all show off your favorite Funko Pop?
I've got mine up on my TIE Fighter display, but it's the Anakin from the Clone Wars with the two sabers, the NYCC. I think it was last year's exclusive, but he's up there. I'd have to climb on my desk to get it down.
It's like picking a favorite child. You're asking me to pick a favorite child.
And we have more than 100.
Yeah.
Mine is in a box, but I one of my favorites. I leave it in a box.
I'll say one of my favorites
is my Ahsoka the White.
Oh yeah, 100%, Patrick.
Love this one. I absolutely love this one, and I keep it in a box because I love it, and I don't want to.
That one's fire too, Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta go with my boy Darth Maul.
That's the 2019 exclusive, right?
It is. It is. Yeah.
No sticker though.
You don't have a sticker?
I do, but you don't.
Oh, I don't care though. Lex trying to throw shade. Not working, Lex.
It's up there. It's sitting next to Padme.
Oh, there you go. Eugene says Lex never would have known the headless Jabba was a thing. 1 point for out of box collectors, I guess. Yeah.
I put him back. You can't even tell. But yeah, I mean that's happened to me before. I bought like a C-3PO and I took him out of the box. I like tried to take an image and his whole like arm, the red arm, like fell off. And I was like, ugh. I was like, I would have never known. So I put it back in the box and I ended up like trading it and I didn't say anything. I was like, I just need this gone.
I did a similar thing. The Dark Trooper, not the one holding Grogu, the other one, the first one that got released. I picked it up and I had it for, I don't know, maybe a couple weeks before I did my review. I opened it up and it was missing the pauldron on one side. So I reboxed it and bought another one and returned that one.
Yep.
Nice.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, I got the gaming grade Yoda hooded with the lightsaber and I photographed it. And I was like, I'm adding a lightsaber. I don't know why he would just be holding a hilt. That's kind of lame. And when I went to go put it back in the box, I heard a in the bottom of the box. I was like, oh. And I pulled out the acrylic lightsaber just snapped in the box. I didn't even know.
Yeah.
I honestly thought, and I should have looked at the side. Right? I should have looked at the side. I just, for some reason, didn't. And I thought he was always just holding the hilt. I had no idea that he had the actual light.
That's funny.
And I did it in the photo. I added it just because I wanted to. But that's the one I get a little disappointed about, like when that happens.
Yeah. Jedi Robbie said, thanks for the stream. Had fun watching. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. You too, Robbie. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Eugene, have a good weekend. You too, Eugene.
Absolutely.
Buy what you like and not as an investment. Absolutely, for sure. Yeah, you mentioned that the Yoda with just a hilt. It's like, can you imagine if the Obi-Wan Kenobi with just a hilt that was released, like that was just like they decided to like all the blades somehow snapped off during production.
Well,
and they were just
I wondered if
let's
for a second,
box it up.
Why they do that. I don't know. Like, is it because I feel they need to have it with or without? No, because the Reva one I bought, I think I bought it with where she's got the blades out. I don't know if I got the one with where they're in,
Sorry, Lex. What are we sorry for?
Oh, because he said have a good weekend, guys. And then he said people.
Oh.
Sorry, Lex.
It's fine. It's fine.
Jabba tail hurdy because Hani stepped on it. Also have a good week. You too gotta go fast. Thank you for watching, everyone in the chat and on the replay there. But Patrick, where can people find you if they're not watching on your stream already?
If I'm not here talking all things Star Wars Funko Pop with you and Lex, you can find me over at Poptography. As you all well know, I do creative images of Star Wars Funko Pops, my versions of unboxings, what's in the box, as well as my newer segment, and we've been having a lot of fun with, is movies that inspire the pop, where we have guests on and we talk about the Funko Pop that was inspired by the movie or television series scene. So that's been a really fun one. So if you guys are, up and about, usually I do those on Wednesday nights. I do know my next guest is already lined up, which is Eric from Sire Speed. So, and if you know anything about that character, you probably know who we're choosing to talk about.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So very excited for that one. We just had one with Andrea from Padawan Chronicles, which was a lot of fun, and we discussed Padme, and really, I was surprised how long the episode went because we had so much to talk about with Padme.
Yeah.
The lack of
I'm
Padme.
Just disappointed she didn't wear a costume.
In fairness, she was going to go to the gym and she was going to be, running around, but then she's just like Lex, she's been under the weather, so she kind of has come to that. So she didn't feel like, putting that on when you're feeling all nasty and kind of sweaty, a little bit. So I get it. But it would have been cool if she was in full Padme cosplay. That would have been awesome.
Sometimes you just gotta struggle through it, and
you're just gonna have to tune into the Halloween episode. Yeah, you're gonna have to tune into a Halloween Haul episode that and replay that where she does have that. So, but anyway, enough about me, guys. Lex, when you're not here with me and Christopher, where else can they find you?
Well, when I'm not here with you two gentlemen, I'm on my own channel, which is Jedi Lex, and I pretty much just chop up everything and all things Star Wars. And I do have the new podcast coming, which I talked about a little bit earlier. And I have about a month in between semesters that I totally plan on capitalizing and just pushing out as much content as I can. So I'm definitely looking forward to what's to come within the next month or so. And I'm even super excited about what we have on the channel coming up this month. So it's going to be a great time, and I'm super excited for the next few months and to see what we have going on. But enough about me. Chris, where can the people find you when you're not here with me and Patrick?
Well, when I'm not here talking to you fine people, I'm on my own channel, Seriously Star Wars. If you're not watching on my channel right now, you can find me over there. Talking everything Star Wars, like Jim would say, from Falcon and the Force, who's going to be on my episode later today, the fan battle, taking on Darth Rock from New Zealand. So that's going to be a fun episode. But doing also Star Wars reviews of all sorts. And yeah, you can find me over there. I'll put everyone's links in the description below for you guys to check out. And thank you, everyone, for hopping in the chat. We do have a few more comments, some last minute ones here. Gotta go fast. I love all your channels. Lex, your collection is so cool. Pat, awesome, huge collection. Chris, you are awesome. Thank you. Gotta go fast. And you're gonna make it big one day, kid.
100%.
Have a good Jedi week. Also, do a live day stream on Christmas. Maybe we'll see.
We're doing something around Christmas. I don't think it'll be on the day of
23rd.
Christmas, but we have some really cool Christmas episodes coming up. So definitely tune in for that. It's gonna be so fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I'm late. That's
never
okay.
have to be sorry, Ricky.
Better late than never, I always say.
100%.
Right? What movie is that from? Better late than never, I always say.
I have no idea.
It's from something. I can't remember.
Is it Ferris Bueller?
Is it? Now I'm curious.
Could be.
Now I'm going to find out before we go off here.
I wonder if it's Ferris Bueller. It sounds like a Bueller quote.
Bueller.
Let's see.
Is it Bueller?
Yeah, I don't know. Where is it? I can't find it. I've heard it somewhere. I've heard it in a movie somewhere. It's from a movie, but that's okay, Ricky. Apology accepted.
Oh.
Captain Pop the Bounty Collector. But we'll see everyone in the next episode. And as I mentioned again, stay tuned for the 16th when we have our huge special guest, the biggest special guest we've had on the channel. So stay tuned for that. But we'll see everyone in the next episode.
All right.
Absolutely. May the Force be with you.